Hi everyone, we are live and direct. Talk with the missus. This is the broadcast, the show, the program that you want to be part of because we talk real life issues. And today's one is a bomb. We're going to be discussing is being able to cook still a thing? And I think that, this is one that you'll be happy to be part of. I'm sure that God will use it to bless you. It will impart you. And we are excited to be here and to be able to, cover this topic today. I've got the missus in the house, and I want her to give a shout out before we begin to get you all to share and get all the people
all those good stuff. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. We are so glad that you were tuning in with us here on Talk with the Missus. It's going to be a blessing because you're here, because the Lord is here, and he's ready to use us and have this conversation with us so that we'll all be able to learn something great, magnificent and meaningful. Today's topic, as you can see, is a very big one, big because in the days of Uber Eats and Deliveroo and all kinds of stuff, this is a very real question. Is cooking still a thing? So we want to talk about that today, so that we'll be able to really dig deep and delve into it to know where we are with this. But as always, please do share the broadcast. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know if today's your first time. Let us know so we can give you a special shout out and we'll be able to start the conversation. God bless you.
Great. So we've got everyone. We'd like to welcome you. You're tuning in on YouTube, on Facebook. We want to encourage you to also share and get more people to join in the conversation. And as usual, let us know where you are joining in from. Let us know that you are online and let us know where you are joining in from. I think some of the early birds that we've got online who are making their presence felt by, putting comments on where they're joining from. Or we've got Joshua. And he's saying, good evening, sir. We've got
good evening.
Bridget says shalom, sir and ma. And then
Erica, she says good evening, everyone. Good evening.
She says good morning.
Oh, good morning. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Erica.
So it depends on
where she's at. Where you're at. This is amazing. So let us know where you tuning in from, Erica. And Fene says Fene from Nigeria. Beautiful.
So let us know that you are online. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And invite a friend, somebody to join in the broadcast today as we get into our topic of discussion. And we welcome those of you who are also on the Instagram. I see Melly, is that Melly A01 on Instagram? We're saying my pastor and my pastor missus from Ibadan, Nigeria.
Beautiful.
Bless you. We've got all right. I think this is Pastor Adeyemi Ashobon. Shalom, pastors from Netherlands.
Beautiful.
Great. And you want to read this?
Yes. Lemaine says, good afternoon, everyone. Florida.
Right.
Yes. Good afternoon.
So we're getting everyone in and we will start the conversation. It's a straight question and it's basically saying, is being able to cook still a thing? Is being able to cook still a thing? And we want you to send your responses, on WhatsApp and what your view is. And, maybe where's this question coming from? I'm sure there are people online who would know that when you were growing up, being able to cook, especially for a lady, is a big thing. It's a big thing. And it is almost like if you want to marry, there's the question, can she cook?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's beautiful. She's can she cook?
Can she cook? Is a real question.
Yeah.
And you know, so is that still a thing, or it is not? You know, and it's a real question. We and if you've been on Talk with the Missus before, you know, it's a conversation that we have with you.
Yeah.
So we're not just here to talk to you. We're here to have a conversation with you. So in your own view, you know, looking at the present day world, is being able to cook. Let's begin from a lady who wants to get married, whether a matured lady or a young, ripe lady. When I say ripe, a lady who is ready for marriage. Yeah. So excuse my language. A lady who is ready for marriage, you know, is being able to cook. Is it still a thing? Is it still an important thing that she should know, have, or not?
Well, I mean, what makes it not important? What is it that makes it stop being important? Surely, you know, the ability to eat has not stopped. So that means the ability, the need to eat even hasn't stopped. So obviously the need to know how to cook shouldn't stop. It's just we're like in a microwave generation, or in a microwave society, depending on where exactly you're located in the world. But even at that, everything can be bought just like that. So because things are so easily available and ready and more convenient, then, you know, some people are more into, you're looking at me like this.
No, I'm just trying, I'm paying attention. I'm trying to hear you. I'm trying to hear you. No, I'm not trying to.
Okay. No, good. Keep on looking at me intently like this. It's good. So because everything is so fast, you know, fast food, fast money, but everything is fast these days. People even expect God to be working fast as well. Nobody has that patience or long suffering and all those kind of things. Those virtues are, you know, are very, very precious because they're hardly exercised. So because of that, people are not now putting as much emphasis as they did before on cooking. It's like, oh, can you cook? Oh, I can boil an egg. I've heard that before. From
a lady?
Yeah, from a lady, yeah. Yeah, from a lady. I remember sometimes, because I like these kind of conversations, because I know the value of cooking in marriage is very, very important. The man is not going to be staring at your face 24/7. After some time, he's going to get up, or his tummy is going to start rumbling, and he's going to be like, so what did you cook? And then you're like, oh, no, don't worry about that. Just look at my face some more. It's not going to work. So it needs to, you know, practically, you need to be able to cook. So I asked a lady one time, so because I knew that she wasn't fully there yet, but I know also that she's ready for marriage. So I was like, okay, so you know, like, how you gonna be like day-to-day marriage and stuff? So what can you cook? You know, get in the conversation. So she was like, I can boil an egg and I can make Indomie. I was like, okay, you need to do a lot more than that if you want to, you know, be married and enjoy the marriage. Because for somehow, although some men do cook, but the emphasis is really on the ladies cooking. A lot of men do cook, and in a lot of households I know as well, is the man that actually cooks much more than the woman, if the woman hardly cooks, which is fine if that's how they want it to roll. But not being able to cook is probably an issue.
Okay, so let's hear from you. Yeah. So in your opinion, you know, and the need to eat hasn't stopped. And so if the need to eat hasn't stopped, then, you know, surely the need to be able to cook, yeah, you know, shouldn't in itself stop.
Yeah.
So that's your point. I would like to hear from our audience, those of you who are with us online, you know, and I mean, as you speak, whether you're typing, you're writing in, you're actually reaching so many people around the world. So as you speak on this platform, whether it's a write-up, you're reaching many people. All right. Just to welcome a few more people in, we've got A was saying, watching from Leeds. We've got Gloria Day saying, good evening, my pastor and beautiful sister Chioma.
Bless you.
Ruta said, hello, Pastor and Mrs. Lots of love from London Southeast. Beautiful. Great. And okay, so now we get into the conversation. Kester is saying, absolutely. So he's saying, absolutely, being able to cook is still a thing.
That's it, yeah. And we've got Peculiar. She says, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Right. And I've also got Pastor Paul that says, shalom. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. All right, so let's read some of the comments that are coming in. I'd like you to read this one.
Okay, so AE says, any man that does not help his wife with cooking is wicked.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Especially couples living in Europe, where both parties have to work and pay the bills. Yeah. It's even harder when children are involved.
Okay.
Very true point.
Yeah, I think she's got a point there, you know, because especially when you're living in Europe,
or in the Western world.
In the Western world.
Fast-paced society.
Yeah, where you don't have so much of the communal life that you have in some countries. Yeah. But what the woman don't know how to cook? Because some people can interpret, you know, any man that does not help his wife with cooking is wicked. Some people could say that as the woman doesn't have to cook, the man, you know, should be able to cook. So should the woman know how to cook?
Okay.
And she should be cooking.
So what you're saying, there's two different things.
Yeah.
There's knowing how to cook.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual art or action of cooking.
Yeah. So she should knowing how to cook. So being able to cook.
Yeah.
And not.
So the skills before the action. Being
able to cook and actually also cooking.
Yeah.
Because when someone has to, because she's used the word help.
Yeah. When
someone has to help you, is that you're doing a thing and you need somebody to help you. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't even call it help. Let's say, you know, supporting in one way. Well, maybe it's the same thing. But the woman should know how to cook.
Yeah.
And so maybe in our present world, and so should the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the two of them can help each other out.
Yeah, I mean, even the person on Instagram says, what about the woman going to work full time? I think we should help each other out.
Exactly.
So if you're working full time, and you literally, especially if it's a labor intensive job, and you now come home and then you find your husband sitting at home chilling, even if he came back the same time as you, and then he's looking at you and saying, hey, so what are we gonna eat?
And it's not, and you've both gone out, you both worked hard, you both come back home, and he's just
assuming that you're the only person, just your only duty, whereas she's gone out, let's say in this scenario, she's gone out to work, which if it's good enough for the cooking to be her only duty, then should the working be his only duty. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So since the woman has gone out to work and also bringing an income, or let's say the natural duty kind of thing, shared that, then should the cooking and every other thing that is done within the home that usually, if she wasn't tied up with going to work, she would be doing, should those things now also be shared out and be, you know, not even an equality thing.
Not equality, but just help, just stepping in, and all of that. It's like you come in and let's say you both finish work by 5, and then you get home as the man. Yeah. And you need to eat. Maybe there's stew in the fridge. You need to boil rice, or you need to make spaghetti. You need to something so that the family can eat. Yeah.
Survive for the night.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you see it as just the other person's responsibility, then there is a challenge there. Isn't that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. I get that. But I'm looking at it also from a perspective of, there are a number of people today who either they are married, and some who claim to want to marry and ready to marry, but they can't cook.
Okay, so you're squarely on the skill.
Yes, I'm squarely on that. Is the skill and the ability, to cook.
Yeah,
they don't have it. And I'm sure that there are mothers online right now who are not the what's this generation called? Is it the Z generation or whatever generation it is, that are before they married, they knew how to cook. And that is because one, either their parents deliberately taught them how to cook, or they themselves deliberately went out of their, I wouldn't say go out of their way, but get themselves in the kitchen. To learn how to cook. But today, in how many homes is that happening? How many mothers who are online now can say, oh, when I'm cooking, my 20-something years old daughter, comes into the kitchen to cook with me and to learn how to cook. Or my teenage daughter, my 20-something years old daughter, gets in the kitchen to learn how to, and she can make A, B, C, D. Does that still happen? Or are they chilling in the living room on their phone, on TikTok,
making TikToks,
chatting, Snapchatting, and all of that? Does that still happen?
Wow. The options, it's like the options now, that time that you're meant to use in learning these skills, like these cooking skills, these recipes that were passed down from one generation to the other, that sacred or special time is being put aside, and their focus is on something else. Because I think exactly what you're saying is what is happening. People are now, if you was to call your child and say, oh, come and learn this, or come and do this with me, oh, do I have to? Oh, why can't you call such and such person? They'll call somebody else in the house. Oh, why do I have to be there? The whole time they'll just be complaining, lambasting, angry. Before you know it, you say, okay, don't worry, go. That time has gone. They haven't learned. You haven't been able to pass anything down, and the scenario upon scenario continues repeating itself in a circle, and nobody's learned anything.
And because you have we just go out to eat, we just order something in, but that's why a lot of people are broke and depressed. Because the food you order, Uber Eat, Just Eat, and whatever that you order in, the what you will pay for just one container,
tiny,
could probably make you, that money can make you a pot, that would last for a number of days. So there is a wasteful, there's a lot of implications to not being able to cook. Whether it be the man or the woman. So you have today young men who are in their bachelor age. I mean, I'm sure there are some older men who are online, who would say when they were bachelors, they would cook. To eat. But today, somebody can go an entire month just ordering in or going out to a restaurant and have not gone to the kitchen. Young men, young ladies. And so where's the skill of the cooking skill?
So
where's it going to come from?
It's a wasteful generation, or it's a wasteful habit to continuously avoid the kitchen and just go on your phone and just and order something that will do ding dong at your door, and you open it and you take the food and you eat.
And you do ding dong on your account.
Yeah.
Not just your tongue. It will also ding dong. It will ding dong on your bank account.
Give me that money. It will just be taking your money every time. So it's very wasteful, and it's very alarming as well, because the priorities are just totally upside down.
And how healthy are those food?
Yes.
How healthy. So when you think of the type of sicknesses that are popping up every day, people are more sickly, immune systems are more weak, all kind of things. This, you know, they don't know what's wrong with this and all of that. All these rampant sicknesses. Because people are not, people are not eating healthy food, home food, you know, home cooked food, and food outside, whether restaurant or ordered in. They're not the same.
Do you know, they're not the same.
They're not the same.
They're not the same. And do you know what? Even if you want that taste, what stops you from going online is free. Go online and learn a recipe. Learn something. You love Chinese so much. Do you know what? Go online and learn a recipe for Chinese. Go to the supermarket, buy all the different ingredients, chop them up, do everything they've asked you to do, and do it. Like my husband said, he doesn't really like going out to restaurants. He's not a restaurant person. If he was like, oh, let's go out and eat, he'd be like, oh, why? You know, he doesn't like it at all. So because of that, and I like exploring. So because of that, I've had to, like, any of the food that I would have wanted to eat, I would now go and learn it, find the recipe, learn it, and make it, so that he's got the home cooked food and I've got the restaurant kind of vibe. So we merged the two together. So like Chinese now, I can do all kinds of stuff. I can do chicken balls, even the sweet and sour dip, the what's that thing called? Crispy seaweed. Oh my goodness. And then and I'll suya. Oh my goodness. Suya. Which other one now? All kinds of stuff that I'll just, because I wanted to go out. Yeah,
but we go to restaurants sometimes, and then we order in sometimes. But that should not be
the thing.
The thing. No. I don't think that should be the thing. Those restaurants and ordering in were made for occasional.
In fact, it's for special occasions.
Yeah, they're supposed to be occasional. But when that is now the thing, it's almost like that is now the thing, the norm. And then cooking in the house is the occasional. Something is wrong. It's a big problem.
It's a problem. Okay, so the skill. Why are some people not learning the skill? You said one of the reasons is that their interest is not there. They're not being in the kitchen when the skill is readily available.
Yeah, I mean, those who are online, especially, you know, the older ones. Tell us, how did you learn how to cook? How did you learn how to cook? Because we've got some mothers with children online. We've got grandmothers, you know, fathers. How did you learn how to cook? You know, and then we can look at it with the picture of today's generation and see what it's like. Let's read this comment.
All right. Being able to cook is certainly still a thing. On both sides, I would say. However, more on the lady's side than the man's. Culture aside, a woman's nurturing character and the desire to want to take care of their homes should definitely have cooking as part of what they're able to do in taking care of their homes, which is absolutely correct. It's not the same to simply order food. On the other hand, it's also good for the man to be domesticated enough to know how to cook. He would help out when his wife is tired. I love that comment. God bless you.
That's Pastor Joshua.
Oh, God bless you.
Bless you. I think
straight to the point.
I think I agree with that 100%. Personally, you know, I mean, someone else may share a different view, but you know, I do agree with that. And we've got
so it's the nature of
Nell Eze from Uppington.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you, woman of God.
Okay, let's read some more comments.
Okay. It's very funny how when it comes to cooking and house responsibilities, men say, we are from Africa. But when it comes to bills, they say, we are in Europe. I love that comment. That's like convenient. Oh, how convenient. It's so true though.
Yeah. But it's a human thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is
you got
bad.
to a comfort side, isn't it?
Yeah. People feel comfortable. It's like women do the same. When
okay. Now go on, let me hear.
It's true. For example, there's some things that like okay, when it comes to cooking, for example, the woman would say, we're in Europe, you're supposed to be doing this together. Yeah. When it comes to taking the bin out, it says a man's job. Do you understand? So there are it's a human nature that needs to be dealt with. Yeah, it's a human nature because you're always trying to play
looking for the easy option.
Yeah. All right. Next one says,
yes, women, you have to know to cook. You have to know how to cook.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I mean, to be honest, both a man and a woman needs to know how to cook.
Know how to cook.
Yeah. Because what if, let's say, if it's a couple scenario, for example, a husband and a wife, and the wife is pregnant, for example, and she's just like morning sickness has really taken over her, weakness, tiredness, sleepy, she can't really do much, if anything at all. She can just about get up to go and brush her teeth and shower, that kind of scenario. So is the man now going to starve all of a sudden?
No.
He
needs to know how to cook. Yeah. Even if she's not in that state, sometimes, she could be strong and healthy, and you just want to give her a treat. Yeah. And then you cook a meal. I mean,
it's true.
It's important that the two, know how to do it. But, like, I think it goes without saying, to be honest. Yeah. And he said, if you are home and one party is at work, please make the meal before they arrive. With YouTube videos, there is no reason for anyone not to cook.
It's true. It's very true.
Okay, so we've got Noram. Do you want to read that?
Yeah, she says, men cook if you enjoy it and maybe necessary. Is really a delight when a woman takes the lead, organize the home. Even if you work, be grateful if your husband does. Yeah, that's another thing. Some men are actually, like I said, I know some homes where the man is the one that predominantly cooks and appreciate it. Not to say that the man, when the woman is usually cooking, the man shouldn't appreciate. Yes, he should also appreciate it too. But whichever side you're on, just appreciate the other person for whatever they're doing. Yeah,
and I think she's saying that, the man should cook. If one, he enjoys it. Yeah. And two, it's necessary. Yeah. But that for a woman should, it should be a delight for a woman to take the lead in organizing her home. Yeah. And cooking is part of that. Yeah. That's how I'm understanding what she's saying. And I think, yes, these things are chores, but when we stop seeing it as a chore and just, move from that and see it as a delightful responsibility. Yeah. It's like anything that you see as a chore. Anything that you see as a chore can be frustrating. Something that's supposed to be enjoyable is, for example, even sex, for example. If you see it as a chore, then it would become a problem. But if you it's true.
So I'm just imagine the whole that's the things I always say, like log of wood. Like when you see it as a chore, you just be like, oh yeah, no.
Exactly. So you find that there are a lot of things that we can see as a pleasure. Yeah. But then when you see it just from a different angle, then it becomes a big problem.
Yeah, because what can be pleasurable for one person, because of the mindset that they had towards it, could be a struggle or a pain or an irritant for another person, also because of the mindset that they chose to have towards it. So it's really a mindset thing. It's really a mindset thing.
Yeah. Well, I hope you've shared the broadcast. If you haven't, click on the share button. Share the YouTube link on WhatsApp so that others can get, to join in, and then share on Facebook to your own Facebook page. And you have all our social media pages right there on the screen. And today, if you're just joining us, we're discussing, is being able to cook still a thing? And we're getting lovely comment.
Okay, but let me ask a question. Are some men saying no to some women? As in, are they saying to themselves, I'm not even gonna deal with this woman? She's nice, but she's not wifey material, for example, because of her inability to cook.
It's possible.
Is that happening?
It's possible. I think it depends on the man, but I believe that in this previously, in older generations, from the stories obviously that I've heard, there are men who didn't marry some women, because she can cook. She's a beautiful lady. She's got this is that, but she can cook. And it's a no. I think even now that is still happening because people have coined this term wifey material. What makes a woman a wifey material is her ability to do what other ladies.
It's like a traditional wife.
Yeah, a traditional wife. So when you say wifey material is not makeup.
Yeah.
It's not the nice wig. No, because wifey material, because when people use the word wifey material, because there are ladies who have who looks all prepped up and all of that, and they can go out for a dinner in a restaurant and do all of that, go for a cinema. But you hear someone say she's not a wifey material. So what makes a lady a wifey material is not those things.
This one is even another topic.
Yeah. So what makes a lady a wifey material is the traditional things, the ability to manage a home.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. The things that, if you want to really list, what makes a lady, the ability to manage a home.
A man, really.
The ability to manage a home. And managing a home, the ability to cook, the ability to, keep the home neat and in order, and show understanding to their man. Otherwise, what else can you list that makes a woman a wifey material? Is it wig? Is it makeup? Is it Brazilian hair or bone straight? Is it what else? I'm trying to work it out. What else? Is it the fact that she's a CEO in a company? That's not when people use the term wifey material, it is not those things. It's not those things. And even the ladies who don't want to do the traditional things, they also want to be wifey material. So, so he looks at me and you don't think I'm a wifey material. I'm just, so what makes a lady wifey material? It's the traditional things. So at the end of the day, if you want him to wife you, then you need to be able to do those things.
You've rattled a lot of people here. But it's what you're saying is true.
Because I'm reasoning in my head, what makes a lady a wifey material?
No, what you're saying is absolutely true, because a wifey material, the thing is, everyone still has the mindset of the traditional wife. Do you understand? The image, if someone says to you she's wifey material, your mind isn't the traditional kind of woman.
Because the one who's not wifey is able to do all the other things.
But she's missing some parts.
All right, we got these comments from Glory. You want to read
Okay, so it says it is an advantage to know how to cook because it reduces your expenditure. Exactly. Husbands should be able to help. That's it. Yeah. Being able to cook can make a difference irrespective of the microwave generation.
Yeah, and it can. Exactly. It can definitely make a difference. I think so.
It's important. It's a life skill, in fact.
It is.
It's a life skill to be able to cook, that you put some things that were raw before, material together. You put it together. It didn't kill you as you started to eat it, and it tasted nice. It's very, very important. Some people would, it's like, have a surprise visit to your house. They didn't know, you didn't know they're coming. And you have things it's important that you have things in your house, in your fridge, in your cupboards, that you could be able to put together and entertain them. If not, it's somehow they came to your house, they didn't eat, and they left hungry.
I mean, you're going to raise your children. Are you going to raise your children on takeaways?
Exactly.
You know, then if you raise your children on takeaways, how would they raise their own children?
It's true. It's true.
So you have to be able to cook. It's important. And cook well. Not cook that over salt, it's true. Some people, some people, if they cook for you, it's like poison.
It's like, don't worry. Let me cook.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. So learn it and cook it well. Rest. So when somebody puts it in their taste buds,
they actually like it.
Yes, they actually like it.
Yeah. Let me even tell you something. Let's share something here that would be a shocker for those that don't know anyway. When my husband was when he was going to ask the Lord who to marry, and when the Lord told him it was me, there was one person in particular that was just spoiling or just saying all kind of negative things against. I think I've spoken about this before. Saying all kind of negative things against me. One of the things that this person was saying is that, oh, you can't marry her. She doesn't know how to cook. She's dirty. She doesn't know how to keep a house. This, whatever. So my husband, knowing that he heard from God and he wasn't being led, by what he's seeing. Although he hadn't now seen, okay, does she know how to cook or is she dirty? He didn't see all of that, but he knew that, okay, I can't be basing this decision on what somebody is saying. But it tells you, because this person is much older than me, could easily be a mother, but it just tells you what is important for that generation to now think these are the kind of things that you would say to spoil somebody, the ability or inability to know how to cook. But just recently, when I think sometimes I give like little food parcels. So when somebody received one of my food parcels and they were now eating, saying, oh God, so you mean Pastor Moses would have missed this your food and your cooking, and you as his wife, if he listened to that person, I don't know what that person was thinking, because of the food that I gave to the person. So it's important to know that the ability or inability to cook is actually a very important concern.
It is because people can discredit you with that. And you don't want it to be true. And if you're a mother or a father who have daughters and sons, in your home, they are growing up in your home. You should see it as a thing to get them to know how to cook. I mean, you have a 25 years old, 28 years old in your house, and they can't cook.
Wow.
They can't cook, and it does happen.
Traditional food.
Exactly. We're not just talking of boiling egg and indomie
and frying fry everything.
No,
fry plantain,
being able to cook a proper meal, traditional meal is important, and I think that mothers and fathers need to start, instilling that, and I believe that that's how some people learned. I mean, Lomen said, when I asked, how did you learn how to cook? She said, from my mother. and grandmother.
That's it.
Yeah, so you could say that. I think Mami Norman said right from home. She learned right from home, being able to assist your mother in the kitchen.
Yeah,
it was compulsory to help and learn from elders.
That's it.
So there are avenues.
Options.
Yeah, there are avenues to learn.
Yeah.
If you waste those moments, I don't think is healthy. You want to read this comment from?
Yeah, Glory, she says, it is an advantage to know how to cook because we read that already. But let's read Pussy Print. Good to have you on board, Pussy
Hello,
Print.
How are you?
Okay, so she says, it's a reflection of the society we live in. Everything is on demand and instant gratification where we've become lazy.
She's so right.
100%.
She's so right. You 100%. know, this generation is
instant.
Yeah,
just instant. Everything should be instant.
And they don't know process. Then they don't know process. They don't know how to walk towards things.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what the danger of that is.
Yeah.
Depression will increase.
Wow.
Because many things of value in life take time.
It's true.
And it's a process. When we start raising a generation that can't wait, that can walk through a process for something, is a time bomb that will increase depression later. That is the truth. And if you take statistics now, the rate of depression is higher now compared to before. And it's just because people don't want to wait. People want instant gratification, and it's making them lazy to learn things and to walk through them and perfect them. People don't want to do that, and life is not designed to be that way. Let's read Fairness comment.
Yeah, it says cooking is not just a thing, it's a person. I can manage a woman with a bad character, not a woman who can't cook. Every marriage committee in every church should do cooking tests. Not lesson, not just lesson, test. Oh yeah. We'll just bring the ingredients. You know, could you imagine that though? That's such a good idea though. But could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you thought you're gonna come for a marriage committee meeting or what have you. Your what's the word? Counseling. Yeah. No, we're not coming for marriage counseling. The counseling today is cooking. They just bring raw ingredients. They don't even tell them what to make. You know, like all these cooking competitions.
But you know, in churches,
just put it down.
In churches,
produce.
You can, those things, not a test, but those cooking things can be done. The older women, the Bible says the older women should teach the younger women. They need to teach the younger women how to be wifey material. So you can have things where the older women organize a cooking session for the younger women, and they cook some meals. It's important. They can do that. You know, if you do 2 of that in a year, at least.
Say competition.
No.
Oh, okay, just lessons. Okay.
Lessons. If you do 2 of that in a year, they would have picked up the skill of being able to cook those 2 meals. And so there are things that can happen. They can happen in the home. They can happen in their church community. And I think that would be helpful.
It would.
So he's saying that, you know, every marriage committee in every church should do cooking tests if possible, because it sometimes causes a lot of problem in marriage. It does.
So this is a man saying that he can tolerate bad character. But he cannot tolerate bad or lack of cooking.
Let's read from Instagram. Emel said, knowing how to cook should actually be a thing of joy and pride to every lady.
It's true.
And she says, and yes, it is still a thing that cannot be overemphasized. Now that's a career woman. Who is a manager at a top level. But she's saying that. So, you know, because you hear some young ladies saying, oh, you know, Why do I have to cook? When there's Uber Eats, when there's this, when there's that.
Some nations, house help.
Yeah.
You know,
you can get my chef to do it and all of that. Well, yes, you can get your chef to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. You have the money to pay for it. It is fine. But you should be able to do it as well. You should have the skill to be able to do it. I think it's important.
I think where there's time restraints and the demands of your time is very high, then there's some things that you can delegate. But to say that you can't do it at
you don't know how to
or you
do
don't know
it.
how to do it, then that's where there's really a problem. Where there's time restraints and you need to delegate some things out, then you delegate some things out. Some
people are wealthy enough to employ a chef. Which is fine. But it doesn't mean that you don't know, you don't have the skill.
The chef's not going to be with you 24/7 all the days of your life. So there would be a time that you would need to know how to cook something. So,
and even if you have house help, they can prepare all the ingredients. They can wash the meat and boil it. They can prepare everything. But the final everything together, is you. And that will not eat up so much of your time.
That's true.
All right, we've got a Berry in the house. You want to read her comment?
Good to have you also, Berry. God bless you. She says, in the diaspora, there are a lot of British-born Nigerians, for example, that cannot cook. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Mothers should do more.
It's so true. And it's what we're saying. You should get your daughters into the kitchen. Get your sons into the kitchen. It's important. It's very, very important.
But why is this even happening? I'm just thinking, because you said like Nigerians, for example. We're just using Nigerians as an example. In diaspora. All of a sudden, they're now in UK. They're now enjoying their life. They don't need to be in the kitchen. It's like a liberation. I don't understand.
It's the same. It's also the way we lose our language as well. Because they will not speak. They will not in most of those homes. I'm
the prime example for that.
They will not speak the language.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So the children will not understand the language. Meanwhile, the children are in school.
Teaching them Latin.
They're teaching them Latin. They're teaching them Spanish. Where would they use Latin? Where would they use Spanish? French.
German.
So, but the parents will not.
Italian.
Meanwhile, in the classes where the children are, there are people from other nationalities, like maybe Romanians, Chinese,
Polish,
that the children, they teach the children the language.
Bengali, Pakistani.
They teach the children the language and the children understand it. So while we so quick to drop or throw away our values or our culture.
Because what I was going to say is that people are so quick to say like diaspora and all that. But what about these other nationalities? The Pakistanis, the Bengalis, the Chinese. They take so much pride and joy to know how to cook their meals, let alone talk their language. But for some nationals, they just easily just drop it and see as if it don't matter. What are you really trying to learn? Is it fish and chips? Because it's not gonna work with fish and chips. You need to know your national dishes.
Exactly. Cook the proper food and eat it. It's true. So the children, you raise your children up, and they can't even eat any of your traditional food.
Oh, it's too spicy.
It's too spicy. I don't eat that. I don't eat soup. I don't eat this. I don't eat that. Why? But you eat curry. Is that your
you pay for it?
Cultural food? No.
Eat Chinese.
All right. So we've got Fene again. It's being able to cook is more than a thing. It's okay. We've read this before.
Okay.
Pussy Prince said, "I'm well. Thank you, Pastor and Sister Chioma. Nice to tune in. Yeah, we love you, Pussy Prince. We're happy that you are on board tonight."
That's it. So AE says fast food and Indomie generation. That's literally just the problem that we're seeing.
Sarah said, evening, man of God.
Evening
Good
to you
evening.
too.
And we've got Chipo. Do you want to read that?
Yeah, Chipo, she says that she learned from her mum when she was very young. She would make me stand on top of a bucket because the cooker was too high.
Yeah.
That's it.
And today, that is valuable.
Exactly.
It's valuable.
Exactly.
Fene again.
Fene, is there an issue here? No, joking. But it's good. I like your comment. Yeah. It says, we live in a world when wives hire maids to cook for them. And some women have lost their husbands to maids.
It's true. It's true.
Problem. It's a problem. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And we've got Charles Motto said, a wife cooking for the family should be seen as a joy.
It's a joy.
Exactly. It shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up as a child, we used to hear that, you know, when a woman cooks and she sees people eating the food and enjoying it, she's happy.
Yeah, she's happy.
She's happy. That, you know, part of a woman's joy is to see that, you know,
you liked my food.
Yeah,
you ate it. You
exactly.
Liked it, and you wanted more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, come some more. You're happy. Actually, this message is from Sister Pat herself.
Okay.
So she says,
Sister Pat, okay, yeah.
So she says, a wife's cooking for the family should be seen as a joy and blessing, not a chore.
Yeah.
It's also a wonderful thing when husbands can cook.
Yeah.
It's a great role model for sons and daughters.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
I think that
you hit a very big point there, Sister Pat. Massive
especially
point.
for husbands.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there are some husbands that are creating calamity in
the future.
Yeah, for their future wives, daughter-in-laws. Because their behavior in the house, they just sit down and chill and just be flipping channels,
nothing at all.
Doing nothing. Who is there? Can't bring water for me. They won't move.
Wow.
No mobility, no action, no domestic work. So the picture they are painting for their sons,
that this is us.
This is how
what it should be.
Yeah,
like.
a man should behave.
Yeah.
And then the picture they are painting for their daughters
is
that
don't expect the man to do anything.
Yeah, don't expect the man to do anything. The women overwork. Those men, they are creating a disaster.
It's true.
They should be ready to do marriage counseling for their son and daughter-in-laws, you know, because it's going to be a problem.
It's true.
It's going to be a problem because the sons are watching, the daughters are watching, which is bad. So I think it's a very big point that she's hit there. If you are a man, it's not what you are saying to your children. It's what they are seeing you do.
Yeah.
It's what they are seeing
day
you
in,
do.
day out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. It's not just what you are opening your mouth and saying to them.
Yeah. Wow.
Great. Well, I think our time is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to give some final words? First of all, thank you all for joining. Also, I think we agree that it's a thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
And it's an important thing.
And it's an important thing.
It's
what makes you a wifey material. And it could probably also what makes you a husband material.
I think the ability for both to cook is very important. Cooking full stop is very important. If it wasn't important, there's no need for you to be hungry. You know, I'm even hungry right now. As soon as we finish this, my daughter, who helped us to boil some rice for the stew that we already have there, you know, my daughter of 11 years old is ready. So so cooking is an important thing. They may get it, you may get it wrong at some times, but you know, you shouldn't give up. For the parents that have children, whether they're young age or older, you know, still be encouraging them. Tell them, oh, what are you gonna cook tonight? Bring something and do something. I remember one of the school projects that my son had in year 7, which is last year, is to cook a meal for the whole family. And he cooked the meal. He was so happy. And we were also happy. And it wasn't a small meal. He cooked stew, nice hot red stew, and it tasted delicious. So it's important for parents to know that this is a skill I must pass down to my child. And I must also make sure that they are not bent over on being a microwave generation. That there's some things that they need to learn the process for, which is cooking also is one of those important things. It's a life skill that they must gain.
Great. Before I give my last comments, I want to read this from Iberi. She has said, I think our parents have become so busy with schooling and work, climbing up the career ladder, that parents do not simply have the time. The other nationals you have mentioned live intergenerationally.
It's true.
Yeah, they live intergenerationally, and which is something to emulate. Pussy Prince said it's a life skill for everyone.
It's true.
Great. And in my final comments, I'm going to say this, you know, if you are in a position where you don't know how to cook, or maybe you can cook certain meals, there are people you know who can do it.
Yeah.
Reach out to them and say, look, you know, I want to come visit you. So today I want to watch you cook this meal. You know, you learn those skills. We go to people to help us do CV. Do you understand? We go to people to teach us how to make hair, how to do our eyebrows, and how to do makeup. Don't we do that?
Yeah, we do.
You know, we don't feel ashamed to do that.
No, I've personally done that. I've personally done that, and some people have personally done that to me as well. So you're sharpening your skills.
Your skills, So reach out to certain people and go out. So it may not even be your mother, it may not be your father teaching you, you know, and maybe you're already married. You can reach out to other women, you know, or you are trusting God to marry. You can reach out and learn how to cook variety of food, because you don't know where your husband is coming from, you know, so you're able to cook. I think it's important if you just deliberately begin to do that. And what is more, we will have more healthy eating.
True.
Yeah, more healthy eating. You are sure of what you are eating.
Yeah.
You know, not the one that was just put together by somebody who is tired, who is angry, who is looking at the clock, want to close.
Cut cost as well, putting the wrong ingredients.
Yeah, cut cost, and then he's sweating in the kitchen. He used hand to do that.
Coughing in the food.
And all of that. But you are there with this. Hey,
this is so nice.
Exactly. So, you know, there's a lot, and I think that if we put ourselves there, we will be fine. Well, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your being with us. Remember, tomorrow is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's Good Friday. Yes, tomorrow's Good Friday. We've got our Easter conference coming up tomorrow.
So excited.
You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Good Friday miracle service, 7 p.m. Join us. If you're in London, come to Faith Miracle Church in Wood Green. All our branches are coming together there, so make sure you are there. God will be visiting us so powerfully. And I want to also say, so tomorrow 7 p.m. on Sunday 10 a.m. resurrection service, and 6 p.m. victory service. And we're doing something special on Saturday. Saturday by 10 a.m. we are doing an outreach to the homeless and single mothers. We will be serving them breakfast, but also we'll be giving them clothes, you know, and there's going to be a beautiful one. We want to encourage you to come out and join us to reach out to these people and engage with them and share with them also the good news of the Lord Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Praise God.
Amen.
All right. Do you want to talk to us about tomorrow and Zion Prevail and social media pages?
Yes, tomorrow and Zion Prevail. So tune back in here, this very place that you have located us on, 6 a.m. British time. So that's 6 a.m. Nigerian time. Also, and I think it's 1 a.m. in US and so forth for Eastern time. But please locate your timing. Tomorrow is we're going to be praying and enforcing April, my miraculous April. Every day in this month, we need God to move. We need God to, you know, release his blessings and increase on our lives. So join us, and the two of us will be praying tomorrow and Zion Prevail. And also social media, follow us, like us, subscribe, all the different things that you do for others that make you laugh. Do also for those that will be releasing blessing, giving you content that uplifts your spirit and your soul and gives you, you know, hope in God and refreshes and renews your zeal for the Lord. It's so important. So do like and subscribe, FMC TV, FMC Online, and Pastor Moses GCF. Do that right now before you forget, and before another video that made you laugh comes in the way. So do it now before you forget. All right. God
bless you. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. So give today's video on YouTube a thumbs up, so that YouTube can recommend it to others. We appreciate you. We will be back on the Talk with the Missus broadcast in another 2 weeks' time. But before we wrap up, we're going to read some comments.
There's a few more comments that came in. We've got, man look for a woman that give him respect. That came from Joanne Bullen. You are so right. That's even a man's food. A woman that can respect a man and that he feels respected, that's a man's food. So very good point there, John. And then Gwen Akers Booker says, being able to cook is a joy, but it's wonderful when both are there switching in the kitchen together. That's it. The children look up to both. That's right. That's right. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you for being with us. Well, this is when we say
bye.